Guys, becoming the best self is tied in with becoming your authentic self. So understand that, through your existence, throughout your existence, you have created versions of yourself to match the perception of the people around you. So the person you are in front of your mother is definitely not the person you are in front of your friends. And so you change as the people around you change. And so to be the authentic best version is to be the same character and to hold the same integrity throughout all the people that you meet, to not change when seen, to not transform into a different individual and change who the fuck you are and how the fuck you act just by the eyes perceiving you. So if you act a certain way, you must carry that, and that is who you are. You have to understand that every time you transform, you're being inauthentic. That is fake. That is unauthentic. So to be as real as possible is to be the best version of you. So, when you don't feel like faking that smile, but you fake that smile, that's inauthentic, that's unauthentic, and you need to do yourself a favor and not fake the smile. You need to be straight-faced in that bitch and don't even laugh if the joke's not funny. You have to understand that being the best version of you is being the realest version of you. And when you're the realest version of you, you're not going to deviate to something you don't want to do because you felt the pressure of someone else pressurize you to do that thing. Or you just have to understand that people do things they don't want to do all the time, and they do it because they have this internal pressure that if they don't do it, the individual who asked them or told them to do it is going to feel some type of way. Now, the best version of you, the most authentic version of you, isn't going to give a fuck how that person feel, and you're going to do what aligns with your best interest. So when your friends invite you, to go and participate in your own self-demolition, to, destroy all the work you've put into yourself, and to go out and, drink or to smoke and hit the bong and remain a lazy fuck your entire life and never get up from that fucking mom's basement's couch, to do yourself a favor and reject the fuck out of them and continue pursuing your personal development. You have to understand that as you transform, your reality transforms, because your reality is merely a mirror of your internal state. So your internal state will encompass your external reality. Your reality will change as you change. As you begin to level up, so will your reality. It's that fucking simple. Your life is a reflection of you, and your life is directly correspondent to the state that you cohere to most. So if you cohere to a state of being lazy, apathetic, and never working towards your goal, well, guess what your reality is going to reflect? A empty fucking waste of life. And so this is where you have to actually look in the mirror and get very fucking serious with what the fuck you want to do in life. Everyone wants to float through life like a raft in the fucking ocean. But then when they're 50 and their hair starts turning fucking gray, this is when they contemplate life and what was the meaning. But the meaning you overlooked your entire life. And now that it's time to actually, think about the past and to, reminisce about the essence of life that you had in your hand to do whatever you wanted to do and to create whatever you wanted to create. Understand that this existence we exist in is merely just creation. You have to understand that you're born to create. This is why when you are creative, you are intrinsically being fulfilled. When you have a passion and you work towards that passion, you are in the most fulfilled state that you could possibly be in. This is why you need to work on something you love, and you need to build that to a level where other people love it too. And you do that by copious amounts of extreme work ethic and power. Literally, you channel your power, your willpower, into whatever you want to create. And so this is why I stress about you guys going out and being the best version of you. And this is why I stress about the daily habits that I assign to you, to never miss a wake up, to never miss a workout, and to never miss a macro count, and to always pick up the book and learn and absorb and comprehend new levels of information to integrate and to apply to your life. You can read every fucking book on the planet, but if you don't actually comprehend what the fuck you're reading, well, you just read words, and now you're really just wasting time because you're not even applying this shit. The only demonstration of information is application. So the moment you read and you grab the knowledge and you absorb it from the book and then you implement that into your life, that's a demonstration of being to be taught to learn something. In this case, you're learning from the book. But so the entire goal is to be your authentic self. And so you need to relinquish what you copy from other people. So many people walk around stealing swag, and honestly, it's so embarrassing. Don't steal fucking swag. If you are stealing swag, remember that you have swag within you. You just haven't uncovered it. And to steal someone else's swag is to be rendered inferior to that individual, because you are stealing and draining from their source, their energy that you are using to steal, to make yourself be perceived as cooler, to grab someone's energy and use it for yourself, when they've created that authenticity through sheer overcoming and brute force to never miss a fucking wake up, to never miss a fucking workout. Every single day we showed up, and to think that you could simply not show up every fucking day but carry the same amount of fucking energetic weight, fuck out of here with that shit. You are an embarrassment to God. So do yourself a favor and never miss a wake up, never miss a workout, never miss a macro count, never miss a page in a fucking book every day. And then you can, move as the individual who does that. You guys aren't waking up with massive amounts of intention and then dominating yourself in the fucking gym. You aren't out here dominating yourself in every metric of existence, but to sit there and copy the swag is to be a bitch. So do yourself a favor and don't copy the fucking swag. Just uncover your own, because when you find out your own swag, the journey through finding out who the fuck you are is going to be way more fulfilling than just watching my video and then trying to be me when you'll never be who the fuck I am. You need to be who the fuck you are, but personal development begins after personal confrontation. And if you can't confront yourself and admit you are a swag stealing bitch, you are not gonna go any fucking where. So do yourself a favor and stop stealing the swag, and uncover your own authenticity by holding that integrity. You have to understand that integrity is universal. The only reason the universe isn't fucking collapsing is because it's being held together by infinite intelligence, by God. The reason the universe is so expansive but yet all one is because of the integrity it holds. It's so powerful that nothing is going to quantum collapse and disfigure fucking reality as we continue through life. You have to understand that when you start holding that integrity to yourself, when you hold your word, when you hold yourself accountable, when you have the integrity to not fail yourself, and you have the integrity to not compromise yourself, this is where you begin to level up. When you said you were going to work out and you started to do it, and then you compounded that to do it every day, that's when you start to level up. When you didn't feel like it and you went anyways, and you didn't compromise yourself, and you didn't, leave out, the integrity that you needed to, fulfill that, to hold yourself to the highest standard, to always hold yourself and press yourself to a high standard. That is integrity. And so integrity is going to create your character. So begin by pursuing, your personal development. Links in the description. I said this a million fucking times. If you're not in the community, well, don't watch the fucking video, because you're not applying shit. And to have information and to not apply it directly into your reality is to not have that shit, and is to just be a onlooker bitch. You want words, you can hear words. But if you want change, you're going to need more than just hearing what the fuck I say, that is going to enter your ear and then ruminate space in your brain for you to sit there and not even apply the shit I'm fucking telling you. So DM me on Instagram and let's actually take you to a next level, or at least put you in a position where you have the opportunity to know exactly what you need to do to give you the exact blueprint on how you're going to build a indestructible individual. It's that fucking simple. Everyone has goals, but you have to understand it's not how, it's the who. And if you can't even integrate the best version of you to get shit done at the highest level all the time, because that individual who conquers themselves every day can get anything done. Any blueprint you slap in front of me will get done, because that's who the fuck I am. So do yourself a favor and get on the program, send me a DM, and